Hello, Army. Have you ever wondered what happens when one of the biggest icons in music history, yes, Beyoncé herself, gets a close look at the members of the world's biggest boy band? Picture this. The queen bee, flawless, poised, sitting back. The lights dimmed just right, and all eyes subtly on her as BTS members appear on screen. You might think she'd just nod politely, maybe offer a soft smile or a casual clap. But no, this moment is something far more electrifying. What did she really think? Did her expression betray surprise, awe, or maybe even a little disbelief? Could one glance from Beyoncé make fans around the globe pause their scrolling, leaning closer and rewind that clip 10 times just to catch the subtleties in her reaction? The question is, what is it about these 7 men that even a global superstar like Beyoncé can't seem to casually ignore? Is it the visuals, the charisma, the sheer stage presence, or something deeper, something almost intangible that transcends the usual celebrity recognition? As we dive into this list, we're not just counting down appearances or prettiness. No, we're dissecting moments, capturing reactions, exploring the interplay of global icons meeting one another in a space where style, energy, and visual magnetism collide. How does J-Hope's charm land differently than Suga's quiet intensity? Why does Jin's classic, model-like aura elicit that double take? What about RM's commanding presence or Jimin's angelic energy? And let's not even get started on Jungkook and Taehyung, the 2 names that seem to have their own gravitational pull, bending the room's energy around them without effort. Every member has a distinct flavor, a signature kind of aura that even Beyoncé, with all her experience and exposure to global superstars, reacts to in real time. It's not just about handsome or pretty, it's about the kind of visual storytelling that each individual carries, a visual language so potent that it speaks even before words are exchanged. Can a single look convey years of training, performance, passion, and the quiet confidence of a man who knows the weight of global stardom but wears it effortlessly? When we dissect her reaction, every micro-expression, her raised eyebrows, the way her eyes slightly widen, the tilt of her head, is a clue. A window into not just her taste or admiration, but her understanding of artistry, visual impact, and the magnetic pull of a global phenomenon. So before we dive into the countdown, let's ask ourselves, who will truly captivate Beyoncé's attention? Which of these 7 men will spark that instant double take? Will it be the explosive energy of J-Hope, the quiet fire of Suga, the timeless allure of Jin, the grounded wisdom of RM, the heart-stealing charm of Jimin, the unstoppable magnetism of Jungkook, or the enigmatic, almost otherworldly pull of Taehyung? Buckle up, because what you're about to read isn't just a ranking, it's an exploration of the moments that made a global superstar stop, pause, and react in ways fans will never forget. Are you ready to see exactly what made Beyoncé's reaction so unforgettable? Let's start the countdown, and trust me, every number will make you lean in closer. Every member has a story. Every glance tells a tale. This isn't just BTS, it's BTS through Beyoncé's eyes, and it's about to get mesmerizing. Number 7, J-Hope, the unstoppable sunshine. From the very first moment J-Hope appeared on screen, Beyoncé's expression shifted subtly, almost imperceptibly, but any keen observer would catch it. The way her eyes widened just a fraction, that slight lift of her brow, a barely there gasp held at the tip of her lips. You see, J-Hope is not just a dancer or a singer. He's a force of nature, an energy storm in human form. Known as the sunshine of BTS, his aura isn't something you can bottle. It spills out into every frame, every camera angle, and in this case, straight into the gaze of one of the most iconic performers alive. Beyoncé, who's seen the likes of global icons, world-class performers, and top-tier supermodels, couldn't help but react to J-Hope's unique blend of charm, energy, and athletic grace. His visuals alone are striking. The sharp cheekbones, the bright, alert eyes, the infectious smile that seems to beam even through a screen. But it's more than just physicality. There's a rhythm to him, a sense of motion that practically announces itself before he even moves. Watching Beyoncé, you can see her eyes follow his every gesture, the fluidity of his posture, the confidence in the way he carries himself, as if he's dancing even when standing still. J-Hope has this rare ability to communicate pure joy and sincerity through his expressions. The energy is tangible. It jumps through the screen. And if you look closely at Beyoncé's reaction, there's a moment where she tilts her head ever so slightly, the kind of motion that signifies curiosity and genuine admiration. She's not just noticing that he's handsome, she's registering the magnetism, the professionalism, the natural stage presence that comes from years of rigorous training and experience. J-Hope's visual appeal is also interlaced with a sense of relatability. He's approachable yet untouchable, a paradox that the world has learned to recognize as a signature. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Beyoncé is known for her analytical eye. She doesn't just react to beauty, she reacts to precision, to talent, to nuance. When J-Hope's frame fills the screen, you can almost see her calculating the synchronicity of his features, the harmony of his energy with the camera, the kind of presence that makes people remember him long after the moment has passed. There's a fleeting grin that crosses her face, a subtle acknowledgement of the infectious optimism he radiates, and suddenly, it's clear why fans around the globe resonate with him so deeply. In that instant, Beyoncé's reaction becomes a microcosm of global recognition, an unspoken confirmation that J-Hope's visuals, energy, and charisma transcend borders. And as she watches him, there's a sense of story in her eyes. She's recognizing the journey, the countless hours of training, the sacrifices, the endless rehearsals that have sculpted not just a performer, but a beacon of positivity and artistry. J-Hope's expression, his movements, the subtle interplay of his features and energy, everything registers with her on a level that's beyond simple admiration. It's instinct, it's appreciation, it's acknowledgement of mastery. You don't just react like that to anyone, and that's what makes this moment so mesmerizing. Even Beyoncé, with all her experience, all her exposure to the world's elite, can't help but pause, absorb, and react to the sheer force of J-Hope's presence. And for fans, that moment is pure gold, seeing your idol through the eyes of someone who literally defines excellence in music, style, and performance, realizing that J-Hope's light doesn't just shine for ARMY, but for anyone who witnesses it. There's a magic in that, an undeniable energy that bridges continents, fan bases, and generations, all captured in one priceless, fleeting expression on Beyoncé's face. In a split second, the world collectively feels it. J-Hope isn't just another visual. He's a living, breathing, radiant testament to what passion, joy, and authenticity can look like, and even Queen Bey herself can't look away. Number 6, Suga, the silent storm. The moment Suga appeared on screen, the room seemed to shift. Not literally, but in the subtle energy that fills a space when someone carries a presence far beyond their frame. Beyoncé's gaze sharpened, eyes narrowing slightly, a micro-expression almost imperceptible, but loaded with curiosity and intrigue. Unlike J-Hope's radiant sunshine, Suga is a quiet storm, reserved, intense, and captivating in a way that demands attention without uttering a word. His visuals are striking, yet understated. The sharp jawline, the deep-set eyes that hold 1,000 untold stories, the calm composure that contrasts sharply with the explosive energy that dominates the stage. It's that duality that makes him fascinating, and clearly, Beyoncé picked up on it instantly. There's a moment when she tilts her head, the kind of subtle gesture that signals a double take, the recognition of someone who wields power and stillness, someone whose presence lingers longer than expected. Suga doesn't rely on overt charisma. His visual language is more cerebral, calculated, yet effortlessly magnetic. You can almost sense his years of dedication to his craft, the late nights in studios, the meticulous attention to every lyric, every note, every gesture that composes not just a performer, but an artist. And that's exactly what Beyoncé reacted to, the undeniable mark of mastery that is evident even before a single word is spoken. Watching her, you can see that momentary flicker of admiration, the artist recognizing another artist, the seasoned superstar acknowledging raw genius. Suga's aura carries a kind of intensity that demands focus. It's not loud or flashy, but when captured on camera, every subtle detail, the slight raise of an eyebrow, the shadow in his eyes, the almost imperceptible curve of a lip, tells a story. Beyoncé's expression mirrors that recognition. She's watching, analyzing, absorbing. There's a palpable sense of respect in her gaze, the unspoken acknowledgement that Suga's visuals are only a fraction of what makes him captivating. Beyond looks, it's the intelligence, the depth, the quiet fire behind those eyes. And for fans, witnessing Beyoncé's reaction is like seeing a validation from a different plane of fame. It's an intersection of worlds, K-pop perfection meeting global icon excellence, and in that moment, the universality of talent becomes undeniable. There's also a layer of vulnerability in Suga's aura, something raw and authentic that contrasts with the polished veneer of celebrity. Beyoncé's eyes linger, subtly, as if she's trying to decode the enigma in front of her. That lingering gaze is a testament to the magnetic complexity that Suga exudes. He doesn't need to smile brightly or dance wildly to captivate. The weight of his presence does it all. She isn't just reacting to a pretty face. She's witnessing a culmination of years of relentless dedication, artistry, and authenticity. And there's an almost palpable thrill in that recognition. Watching someone of Beyoncé's caliber pause, even momentarily, to take in the depth of another performer is nothing short of mesmerizing. Fans watching this can feel it too. The subtle acknowledgement, the silent respect, the recognition of an artist whose impact transcends aesthetics and enters the realm of true creative genius. Suga's visuals may be the entry point, but what Beyoncé responds to is the entire aura. The aura of Suga, the silent storm, a force that doesn't shout, but commands in ways that only the most discerning eyes can fully appreciate. That moment of reaction, frozen in time, becomes a bridge between two worlds, a subtle but unforgettable affirmation that greatness recognizes greatness, even in the quietest of forms. Number 5. Jin, the worldwide handsome icon. As Jin appeared on the screen, Beyoncé's reaction shifted immediately, but in a way that spoke volumes without a single word. There was a flicker, a slight widening of her eyes, a subtle parting of her lips, almost like she was caught off guard by a beauty so classic, so refined, that it transcends the typical standards of fame and idolization. Jin, often affectionately called worldwide handsome by fans and media alike, carries an aura of elegance and timelessness that is both approachable and untouchable. His visuals aren't just striking, they're cinematic, sculpted as if by an artist who understands symmetry, proportion, and charisma on a molecular level. Beyoncé, having seen countless models, actors, and performers who embody glamour, paused at Jin. There's a moment where her gaze lingers longer than expected, a subtle nod to the kind of perfection that is rare in any entertainment sphere. Jin doesn't rely on flamboyance or exaggerated expressions. His charm is understated but powerful. The perfect curve of his jawline, the gentle intensity in his eyes, the relaxed yet confident posture that exudes both grace and authority. And yet, there's warmth there, an approachable softness that makes the elegance feel human. Beyoncé's expression seems to reflect that duality, recognition of technical perfection, paired with the magnetic relatability that Jin naturally emits. Watching her, you can sense a flicker of fascination, almost as if she's taking a mental note, appreciating not just a beautiful face, but the total package. Poise, confidence, subtle humor, and the charisma that has made Jin a global sensation. It's easy to dismiss this as mere aesthetics, but anyone observing closely can tell. Beyoncé isn't just reacting to the surface-level visuals. She's registering the story behind them. Jin's charm is the result of relentless discipline, the kind of meticulous self-care and attention to image that most performers spend decades cultivating. And yet, it appears effortless, a natural harmony that she seems genuinely impressed by. Fans of both artists can feel it in that fleeting reaction. The moment becomes a bridge between worlds. The seasoned icon, the meticulously honed global superstar, recognizing the artistry, effort, and natural magnetism of another. Jin's visuals, while breathtaking, are only the entry point. It's the interplay of his confidence, subtle humor, stage presence, and refined demeanor that truly captivates, and Beyoncé's expression captures that recognition perfectly. There's also an almost playful element to her reaction, a twinkle in her eyes that suggests an appreciation not just for beauty, but for presence, the kind that commands attention quietly yet firmly. And that's what makes this moment extraordinary. It's not just that she noticed him, it's that she seemed to absorb the full spectrum of what Jean represents: beauty, talent, sophistication, and that intangible factor that makes him unforgettable. In that instant, the world witnesses a convergence of excellence, a subtle but undeniable nod from one global icon to another. Beyoncé's reaction, frozen in time, says it all. Jean is not only beautiful, he is compelling, masterful, and entirely unforgettable. His presence fills the screen, and her eyes trace every nuance, every micro-expression, appreciating not just the face, but the story, the discipline, and the charisma that have earned him the title of worldwide handsome. That quiet, lingering acknowledgement makes this moment a rare and priceless window into the intersection of global stardom, visual perfection, and authentic human magnetism. Jin's visuals, combined with his aura, don't just capture attention, they captivate hearts, and even Beyoncé can't hide her admiration. Number 4, RM, the commanding leader. The instant RM appeared on screen, there was a noticeable shift in Beyoncé's expression, a subtle tightening of her lips followed by an almost imperceptible nod of acknowledgement. Unlike the playful brightness of Jhope, the quiet intensity of Suga, or the cinematic elegance of Jean, RM carries a presence that is grounded, intellectual, and authoritative. He doesn't merely appear. He enters a space, subtly commanding it with his aura alone. His visuals are striking, but what truly draws the eye is the energy he exudes, a harmonious blend of confidence, wisdom, and charisma that comes from years of experience as a leader guiding millions. Beyoncé's gaze lingered on him longer than on anyone else thus far, almost as if she was analyzing the way he naturally balances strength with approachability, intellect with warmth. RM's high cheekbones, intense eyes, and calm demeanor suggest someone who has seen the world, learned from it, and carries himself with an effortless composure that is rare among young global stars. His presence is magnetic because it tells a story of responsibility, leadership, artistry, and a quiet yet undeniable power. Observing Beyoncé, you can sense her appreciation for that depth. There's a fleeting smile, a lift of her eyebrows that seems to silently communicate. I see you, I understand the weight you carry, and I respect it. For a global icon who has witnessed countless talented performers, this is no small acknowledgement. RM's visuals alone are impressive, but combined with his demeanor, his subtle gestures, and the way he carries the weight of BTS's global influence, it creates a multi-layered allure that commands attention effortlessly. There's a cerebral quality to him. His presence engages both the eyes and the mind. Beyoncé's expression seems to reflect her recognition of that rare combination: beauty that is enhanced by intelligence, charisma amplified by authenticity. Fans watching this moment can almost feel the respect being silently conveyed, the unspoken understanding between two artists who comprehend the intricate dance of fame, responsibility, and artistry. RM's aura isn't loud, flashy, or overtly showy, but it's potent. It's the kind of presence that leaves a lasting impression because it's grounded in substance, not just style. And Beyoncé, with her years of expertise in performance, style, and global influence, doesn't just notice. It registers, it reflects, it acknowledges. There's a sense of admiration in her eyes, a subtle nod to the leadership, the artistry, and the authenticity that RM embodies. He doesn't need dramatic gestures or exaggerated expressions to capture attention. The quiet strength of his presence does all the work. And in that moment, the convergence of RM's visual command and Beyoncé's discerning gaze becomes a powerful testament to the universality of true artistry. His visuals, his aura, his energy, they don't just impress, they resonate. And for fans witnessing this interaction, it's a rare glimpse into how a global superstar perceives another. The balance of beauty, intellect, and leadership that defines RM. Beyoncé's reaction tells a story in itself, that of respect, understanding, and genuine recognition of talent that transcends borders, language, and genre. RM, the commanding leader, leaves his mark not just on fans but on legends. And in that instant, the world sees why his presence is nothing short of magnetic. Number 3. Jimin, the angelic charmer. The moment Jimin appeared on screen, there was an undeniable shift in Beyoncé's expression. Her eyes softened, a subtle lift of her brows, and a tiny, almost involuntary smile that spoke volumes. Unlike RM's commanding presence or Jin's cinematic elegance, Jimin possesses an ethereal charm that seems to transcend the ordinary. It's a magnetism that's both tender and powerful, a combination that has made him the heart-stealer of millions across the globe. His visuals are striking in the literal sense. The delicate contour of his cheekbones, the expressive warmth in his eyes, the soft yet captivating curve of his lips. But it's more than physical beauty. There's an emotional resonance in the way he carries himself, a kind of vulnerability that draws people in, making them feel not just admiration but a deep, empathetic connection. Beyoncé's gaze lingered on him, almost as if she were absorbing not just the visual perfection, but the emotional story embedded in every gesture, every subtle micro-expression. Jimin's aura is that of an angelic presence, yet it carries a grounding warmth that makes it human, relatable, and unforgettable. Watching her reaction, you can sense a flicker of recognition, an acknowledgement of the raw energy and sincerity that Jimin projects, both on stage and off. He's a performer who doesn't just entertain, he communicates, conveying emotions through motion, gaze, and presence that captivate even the most discerning eyes. Beyoncé, a master of expression herself, seems to instinctively register the layers of Jimin's charm, the disciplined artistry behind every movement, the emotional intelligence in his gaze, and the subtle balance of strength and tenderness that defines him. There's a moment where her smile deepens slightly, as if she's silently saying, "I see you. I understand the depth of your presence." For fans, witnessing this is like a validation from a different plane of fame, a rare acknowledgement from someone who literally embodies global excellence in music and performance. Jimin's visuals, while undeniably beautiful, are only the starting point. It's the synergy of his visual appeal, stage artistry, and the warmth of his aura that creates a magnetic pull, one that even Beyoncé can't ignore. The way he holds himself, the natural elegance in his posture, the almost poetic way his eyes connect with the camera, everything communicates story, emotion, and intention. Her reaction reflects an unspoken respect for this artistry, an appreciation of someone who has honed not just their craft, but their ability to communicate emotion and captivate hearts across the world. Jimin's presence is like a silent melody that resonates long after it has been played. His visuals are the first note, but the lasting impression comes from the harmony of his energy, emotion, and authenticity. Beyoncé's fleeting expressions capture that resonance perfectly, an intimate glimpse into the moment when a global icon recognizes the rare combination of beauty, talent, and heart. And in that instant, it becomes clear why Jimin's allure is not just global, it's timeless, enchanting, and utterly unforgettable. His visuals are breathtaking, but it's the emotional depth and sincere energy he radiates that truly commands attention. Beyoncé's eyes say it all. Jimin doesn't just captivate, he mesmerizes, leaving an indelible mark on anyone lucky enough to witness his presence. Number 2. Jungkook, the golden magne. The instant Jungkook appeared on screen, the air seemed to shift, subtle, almost imperceptible, yet undeniably palpable. Beyoncé's eyes widened slightly, a micro-expression of awe that lingered just long enough for fans to catch, a flicker that betrayed genuine admiration. Jungkook, the youngest of BTS yet arguably one of the most potent forces in the group, carries an aura that is both electrifying and enigmatic. His visuals are striking, his sharp, symmetrical features, the expressive eyes that seem to convey volumes without speaking, the confident yet natural posture that hints at effortless mastery. But what truly captivated Beyoncé wasn't just the surface-level perfection, it was the depth behind it, the story embedded in his presence. Jungkook exudes a rare combination of raw talent, charisma, and an almost gravitational magnetism that pulls the viewer in. Beyoncé, a master of performance herself, seemed to recognize this instantly. There's a fleeting smile, a slight tilt of her head, a subtle nod that suggests not only surprise but profound respect for the golden magne's multifaceted allure. Jungkook doesn't just perform, he inhabits every stage, every camera angle, every glance with intention, precision, and heart. And that's what makes his visuals so compelling. They are the outward expression of years of relentless training, discipline, and personal growth. His energy is a living, breathing presence that transcends the screen, a kind of artistry that even a global superstar like Beyoncé can't ignore. Watching her reaction, you can almost see her processing the full spectrum of Jungkook's appeal, the aesthetic perfection, the athleticism, the stage magnetism, and the subtle hints of vulnerability that make him human. There's a duality in his aura, both untouchable and relatable, commanding and approachable, a balance that is rare even among elite performers. Beyoncé's gaze lingers, reflecting recognition of a performer who has mastered the art of presence. Every subtle micro-movement, the way he shifts his weight, the quiet intensity in his eyes, the natural elegance in his stance, registers with her as a testament to both skill and authenticity. Fans watching the clip can feel the electricity in that interaction, the silent acknowledgement that Jungkook's visuals and presence are not just eye-catching, they are immersive, unforgettable, and transformative. He embodies the perfect synthesis of beauty, talent, and charisma, a living example of what it means to be a modern-day icon. And in that moment, Beyoncé's reaction becomes more than just admiration, it's validation. The unspoken recognition of another artist who understands the language of performance, the magnetism of stage presence, and the subtle power of authenticity. Jungkook doesn't just capture attention, he commands it, gently but firmly, and even Queen Bey herself can't help but be drawn in. The golden magne shines not only in his visuals, but in the energy, discipline, and heart that radiate from him effortlessly. Beyoncé's fleeting expressions capture all of that, a rare window into the awe-inspiring impact of one of the most powerful performers in the world. In a single glance, she acknowledges not just a handsome face, but the artistry, dedication, and innate magnetism that makes Jungkook a phenomenon, leaving viewers around the globe both mesmerized and inspired. Number 1. Taehyung, the enigmatic visionary. The moment Taehyung appeared on screen, the atmosphere changed entirely. It wasn't just a visual impression, it was a gravitational shift. Beyoncé's eyes immediately widened, her lips parting slightly, and for the briefest instant, she seemed frozen in awe. There's a subtle head tilt, a lingering gaze, and a flash of something between surprise and admiration that no observer could miss. Taehyung isn't just visually striking, he's a walking paradox of charm and mystery, artistry and raw magnetism. His features are sculpted like a masterpiece, yet they carry the warmth of humanity, a subtle softness that contrasts with the intensity of his gaze. Every micro-expression, every flicker of emotion on his face tells a story, a narrative that's lived and deeply felt. Beyoncé, who has witnessed decades of extraordinary talent and beauty, reacted in a way that communicated instantaneous recognition. This is someone whose presence transcends ordinary visuals, whose aura carries layers of intrigue, charisma, and artistry that can't be ignored. Taehyung's style, posture, and the enigmatic glint in his eyes create a visual narrative that is cinematic in its scope. He doesn't merely appear, he occupies the space, bending attention around him like gravity. There's a rhythm to his energy, an intangible flow that makes even the most seasoned observer pause and absorb every detail. Beyoncé's reaction reflected that absorption. Her gaze followed him with curiosity, fascination, and undeniable respect. She wasn't just noticing Taehyung's striking visuals, she was witnessing the full force of his presence, the kind that combines artistry, personality, and sheer magnetism in perfect harmony. What makes him extraordinary is the duality of his aura, approachable yet untouchable, playful yet profound, grounded yet otherworldly. Every glance, every subtle movement, every tilt of his head seemed to tell a story that Beyoncé instinctively understood. Fans watching this moment could feel the electricity, the quiet acknowledgement that here is a performer whose visual language is potent enough to transcend screens and borders. Taehyung's presence is a masterclass in understated power, a delicate balance of intensity and vulnerability that captivates without effort. Beyoncé's fleeting expressions, softened eyes, a subtle smile, a tilt of the head, capture that magnetism perfectly, a rare window into what it looks like when one global icon recognizes another at the peak of their visual and artistic impact. There's a sense of narrative in that gaze, a reflection of the years of dedication, creativity, and authenticity that Taehyung pours into every performance and public appearance. He doesn't just draw attention, he holds it, transforms it, and leaves an impression that lingers long after the screen fades. In that moment, Beyoncé's reaction becomes emblematic of global recognition, a silent acknowledgement of a force that is both beautiful and profound. Taehyung, the enigmatic visionary, commands admiration not just through aesthetics, but through the aura, the artistry, and the sheer essence of his presence. He is, in every sense, unforgettable, and Beyoncé's fleeting yet intense reaction captures that truth perfectly, leaving fans worldwide both mesmerized and inspired.